Hi everyone, today we are going to learn how to install Windows operating system in an EC2 instance. So let me quickly connect to AWS page. Okay, I have my AWS page. I've logged in earlier. So I'm going to launch a launch instance right away. So click on launch instance. All right, so I got the launch instances page here. I'm going to write this as test Windows OS. So that's the name. I'm going to give the server name, and I'm going to select from the quick start. I'm going to select Windows as my operating system. Once I select Windows as my operating system, it is Microsoft Windows Server 2022, and it's a free tier 64-bit operating system. So I'm going to select that, and my instance type is T2 instance, and key pair. I'm going to select my old key pair that I've been using for a long time. If you are using it the first time, then you can click on create a new key pair and download its new downloads. So I've already done that. Now I'm going to allow RDP, that is a remote desktop protocol. So I'm going to open that port, and also I'm going to open HTTP and HTTPS. Well, it's going to take around 30 gig of space. That's our limit, and to GB. So I'm going to use this all as default values, and I'm going to launch an instance. Okay, it's quickly starting up all the needed information to launch the instance in EC2. Okay, so let's go ahead and quickly check what is actually going on with our Windows test Windows OS operating system. Right now it shows pending, and it's already allocated an IPv4 IP address and IPv4 private IP address as well. So we'll just wait for the pending operation to be, just start. So I'm going to refresh my page and see what happens. Okay, it's taken a bit time. So it shows me that our test server, test Windows OS, which is in a running state, and I'm going to click on connect. And in connect, we have three options available: session manager, RDP client, and EC2 serial console. So I'm going to select RDP. That's how we have to connect with our Windows operating system. So I'll just go ahead and click on download remote desktop file. So this is how I connect with my Windows operating system. So I'm going to quickly click on get password, because we need to integrate our key pair. So I'm going to select upload the private key file. So my private key file is test. So I'm going to check that where exactly I've saved that information here. So I have test.pem. I'm quickly trying to open that. So you have to make sure that the begin RSA private key, and it's also should have an RSA end private key. That's how it identified. So I'm going to say that decrypt my password. So my password has been decrypted, and I have a public DNS and a password. I'm going to copy this password here, and I will launch my remote desktop download. So I have an option here which says me to connect. So I'm going to click that connect option and ask me for a password. So I'm going to paste that password that I've already copied. I say OK, so that I can connect to my remote desktop. So it is connecting to my remote desktop, pulling up all the information that is needed to set up a Windows operating system on my AWS cloud. So you could see that there is a small black screen has come, and on top of that we have a EC2 instance AP South, compute AWS, Amazon AWS.com, that has been showing up. So if you want, you can pin that up or unpin, but it's going to take a bit time here to upload all this information. So we're going to get that. Okay, wow. So we have the Windows operating system right away. This is my remote desktop. I'm going to pick this up here so that we can check that information. So as usual, normal. So we are creating a folder on my computer. I would say this is, I'm going to create a file here. Says, do you want to allow this PC to, okay, yes. And I'm going to click this information. So I have the folder created on my desktop. It doesn't have any information. I have my PC, this PC. So in this PC, whatever the information I have around 20 GB of space, out of that 15 GB of free space is available. So all this information is here. So I'm going to open. Let's see how it works. So I'm going to open a Windows Microsoft page here. Yes, so okay. I'll show this one again. Close all this. Okay. Since it is taking all the Windows information, I'm going to say okay for all. Google.com. All right, so we are able to pull our Google page. I'm going to say get download. I'm trying to download my Git download here. Let's see if it works. The download Git SCM. That is for Windows operating system, and so it's going to show up all the lockups. So we have to get the right current. Your current secret does not allow the file to be downloaded. Okay, so it shows that we have some security concern on our remote desktop. So I'm going to close all this information. You would see my the host name, the instance ID, and the private IP address, and my public IP address. And instance is T2 micro, and availability zone is AP South 1. Architecture is AMD 64-bit, and total of 1024 memory size, and low to medium network. So if I minimize the screen, I'll get back to my Windows, and if I pull this up, I'm on a remote desktop. So I hope you're able to understand how we can set up an EC2 instance with the Windows operating system. But going forward, we will learn more and more information about this, and stay tuned on my channel. Thank you for watching.